Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Home Talk. I'm Jerry with the Weathered Shed. Let's get started. We are going to be making a rustic tray that will be perfect for the fall season. So basically you just want to start with your wood. I'm using just some rustic pine and cut it to the size that you want. Our board is approximately 24 inches long, and it's going to be, the final size will be about 14.5 inches wide. So I have several pine boards cut, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little bit of some stain look on here. And how I'm going to achieve that is with some paint. So I have a gray and a black paint here. I just dumped some into this bowl, as you can see. Mix it up, add a little water because we want it to be really watery. And we're gonna use that kind of like a faux stain. You could basically use any paint you have laying around. And I'm just going to apply it with a foam brush here. And you can kind of do this technique in a couple different ways. I like to put a little on the board, spritz it with some water, use a wet or damp towel, and just wipe it across the board. And you can see, I can still see the grain through the wood, or through the paint rather. And that's the look that I'm going for, this nice kind of a gray wash. So you're gonna continue this process, finish all of your boards. You do wanna get the edges as well. Our boards are done, and I'm gonna add one more layer of paint to really add to the rustic, kind of almost like a barnwood type look. So I'm just dishing out a little bit of white paint here, and all I'm gonna do is just get the tips of the brush in the paint and pounce some of that off, because again, I'm just going for a very light, feathery look on my boards. So long strokes with a really light hand. And you can get this whatever look you like. Now that I have the look that I want on the boards, the next step is going to be sealing them. And I'm just going to use a wipe-on poly. Just wipe it on. We're just doing a nice thin layer. Over each one of our boards. Just add more as you need it. Our next step in the process is to join our boards together for the base of our tray. So I've gone ahead and marked where I want to drill in my pocket holes, and for that job we're going to use the Craig jig system. And you want the marks of your boards to be facing down into your Craig jig pocket holder. Got my drill here. We're just going to put 2 pocket holes into our outside boards. Ready to join. After your pocket holes are in place, you want to clamp your boards together before you begin screwing. Now that our tray base boards are joined together, we're going to work at mounting the end boards where our handles will go. So we've gone ahead and drilled pilot holes here all across the bottom. That will prevent the splitting of our wood when we go ahead to screw in the boards. Okay, our tray is at the point where we are now going to add some embellishments to the surface. Let's embellish this tray with some beautiful floral decor transfers. Start with some little bit of lavender florals here. We're using our transfer stick. And we're just gonna start pressing this down like so. I just use this applicator stick to rub, and it will transfer that image right onto your surface. You can use painter's tape to hold this down if you'd like. Remove the film. And take your sheet and just burnish this in, making sure all the edges are completely adhered to your surface. Next, we're going to add this beautiful sunflower element. I'm going to have him coming off of the top of here, like so. Now when you're doing a curve like this, you just want to kind of press that in. Start at the top here. Kind of know where it's going to go. And then just start working on the edge here. Once you get that top edge released, then it makes it a lot easier to get in the sides here, like so. Just like that. Our decor transfers are applied, and I've wiped on a very thin coat of poly. Now we're going to attach the handles. We've measured and pre-drilled our holes, again, to prevent any cracking of the wood when we go to put the screws in. So I'm just gonna line this up here. Our tray is complete. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this project. Tune in again to Home Talk. I'm Jerry with the Weathered Shed. Until next time, bye-bye.